Hey, what's up all you lovely learners out there in Learning Land? Tyler from TenThumbs Pro coming at you with another ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. Today we're breaking down a 12-bar blues in A, but we're getting slidey, folks. Oh yeah. If you don't have a slide yet, don't worry, you can still participate in this lesson. I'll show you how. This is to get you excited for the 10-day blues challenge starting October 1st, so get your blues fingers ready. As always, tabs on the screen, but you can get a printable PDF for this lesson and all our lessons by becoming a Patreon. Links up in the notes, links as well below. Skype lessons one-on-one, email me tenthumbsproductions@gmail.com. But if you came just because you love the slide and you love the blues and you're getting ready for the 10-day blues challenge, that's cool, I dig it and I respect it. Why don't you go ahead and grab your ukulele, slide, brain and attention span. Once you have those 4 things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down. Okay, right away before we get started, if you do not have a slide, like I said, you can still participate in this lesson. Just anything I'm doing with the slide, do it with your ring finger. Don't use multiple fingers, because that way when you do get your slide, you can just plop it on and you're ready to go. Glass, ceramic, porcelain, they're all gonna work. You could even use an old busted wine glass if you wanted to. Ultimately, what slide is more comfortable for you is up to you. This is based also lastly too as well. I have the ukulele angled like this so we can see the entire fretboard, but I actually find this style a little easier. You can't really see if you play the neck more vertical. Experiment with moving your neck vertically to find what is most comfortable for you as well, because you will have to be a little more precise with your wrist to get a clean slide tone, and if you can get a cleaner tone by moving the ukulele up and down. This is based on a 12-bar blues in A, the first 4 measures being A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 measures will go from D7 to A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The turnaround will go E7, D7, A7, E7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you feel like that review was kind of quick, it was, and that was on purpose because this isn't necessarily to cover the structure of 12 bars. In fact, you should be pretty familiar with that before you jump into this kind of playing, because this is definitely more for intermediate and pre-intermediate players, but you total beginners out there can learn some blues as well, but I would learn to strum through that 12 bar first. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to start off with a rhythm that sounds like this, and this is a great rhythm without a slide as well. And what I'm doing is I'm open C string and hammer on the 1st fret, and all that's taking place on the first beat on the 1 E. So 16th notes. Then immediately after, I'm using these 2 fingers on the E and the A string to pull up. So thumb, hammer, pull. And when your fingers pull up, you're in this nice natural position to come down and mute. And you can just slap your fingers, capes. And you can slap your fingers right down there onto the strings. You don't need it like a big mute strum or anything like that. You just want to silence them. Because immediately after you silence them, you can take these same 2 fingers and pluck up. So really slow, you get 1 E and 2 and. And then on the 4, because you're going to let that ring out, the 4 is where you'd mute again. 1 E and 2. Oops, 1 E and 2 and 4. 1 E and 2, 4. It's a little trickier to count than it is just to play. Use those tabs, take that piece by piece, build it up. Start with the hammer on, then add the little finger pluck, add the mute, add the finger pluck, and then add the mute. And you got the rhythm there. The next piece, like I said, if you don't have a slide, just use your ring finger. It's going to go from this 5th fret here to this 3rd fret, and the rhythm's going to go 1, 2, and. So if you didn't have a slide, you would play, ow, my toe! Oh man! Ow, my toe. Ay, 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 ay. Good thing I got workman's comp, because I think that thing busted in half, man. Not the slide, I'm talking about my big toe. Goodness. 10 toes, baby. So, what you're doing here is then you're going to slide with your slide from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. And then you on the 1, and then you're going to give it a little whack. 2 and. You're going to get it down to the 3rd fret. Now the slide, unlike your finger, you're not playing behind the fret. You want it to be at right over that fret, because that's where that tone is going to be the most in tune. It also sounds good to approach it a little from behind. So instead of just taking the slide and going, if you can slide into it, you're going to get some more vocal expression. Now you see I have to kind of lean forward, my body forward here to do this, because I need the angle of my wrist to come forward. That's a little easier again if you move the ukulele up. One, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. You mix that with that first rhythm piece and we get. That'd be fun to solo over. It's a cool little rhythm. All right, so do that back and forth until you feel really, really good for it. Or not good for it. Yeah, I'm good for it. I owe you $5. I'm good for it. Until you feel really good with it. Because what you're going to do is you are going to use that as the foundation of the rhythm. And that's kind of learning to do some finger plucking, slide. Finger plucking, slide. Finger plucking, slide. When we go to the 5 chord, we're going to make our D7. But we're just barring that 3rd fret and getting our middle finger on the 3rd fret here. I'm sorry, barring the 2nd fret, 2, 2, and then our finger here. You don't have to worry about the whole thing because we're only going to use those strings, these 3 strings again. And the rhythm's the same, but without hammer on. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Thumb, 2 fingers, mute, 2 fingers, mute. That's bar 5. And then for bar 6, we're going to do the same rhythm we did with these 2 notes, but we're going to play 5 and 5 this time. 5th fret of the A string, 5th fret of the E string. That comes from, I've got to be careful with this slide, this D5. Here we have an A note and a D note, right? So these 2 notes are a D power chord. So we've established our D7 here, and then we play a D power chord. I'm not sliding back. You could if you want, but we're gonna do the same rhythm, 1, 2, and then go back to our original A7. So our first 8 measures. Okay, and then we get to our turnaround. If you notice that if this is a D5, that makes this an E5. So the next 2 bars are actually the easiest and the most slidey. We're doing exactly what we did over bar 6, but up 2 frets. And then bar 6 will repeat itself over the 5th fret. 7, 5, and then turnaround time. Last 2 bars are the trickiest. Open A, then you're gonna get your middle finger on the 4th fret of the C string and your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and you're gonna do triplets. Thumb, pointer, middle, 1, 2, 3. Move them down 2 frets, 1, 2, 3. Move them down 2 frets, 1, 2, 3. So we get open A, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Similar movement, open C string, hammer on, we've seen that, and then open A. So the hammer on will happen on the C string, and then play the open A, and that's also 1, 2, 3. Immediately after, slide all the way up to that 7th fret with your slide, and then 5, 6, 7 with your slide. So we get 1, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola, 1 pola, 2, and 3, 4. And then we're back at the top. Just that turnaround from the E, nice and slow. One, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola, 1 pola, boom. Alright. So let's put the whole 12 bar together from the top and you got it. Standard rhythm with the slide. This would be great for you to write your own song or do a bass for some of your friends to jam on. Here we go. From the top, here we go. And there you have it, folks. 12 bar blues slide rhythm. Hope you dig it and have fun. Keep experimenting, stay creative. Have a lovely day. Take care. Alright everybody, that was it. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. I really appreciate you here. Thank you so much for making these things possible. Again, think about becoming a Patreon. Patreons, you make this whole thing go round. TenThumbs t-shirts in the notes as well. Skype lessons one-on-one if you're interested. Contact me, TenThumbsProductions@gmail.com. And until next time, have a lovely day. Keep on rocking, keep on rolling. Take care of yourselves.